Throughout history, humans have shaped the Earth in extraordinary ways. While nature creates breathtaking landscapes, there's something magical about what we've built with our own hands. Today we're counting down the top 10 man-made wonders of the world. These aren't just buildings or monuments. They're testaments to human creativity, persistence, and sometimes, a healthy dose of stubbornness. So pack your virtual bags and let's embark on a journey across continents and centuries to discover these architectural masterpieces. Your travel bucket list is about to get a whole lot longer. Coming in at number 10, though their builders would probably argue they deserve the top spot, we have the pyramids of Giza. These massive structures have been standing on the outskirts of Cairo for over 4,500 years. The Great Pyramid was built for Pharaoh Khufu, and stood as the tallest man-made structure on Earth for nearly 4,000 years. That's a record that even modern skyscrapers can't boast. Each stone block weighs between 2.5 and 15 tons, and remember, this was built without cranes, trucks, or even wheels. Next time you struggle with assembling IKEA furniture, just think about the ancient Egyptians moving these massive blocks with nothing but muscle power and ingenuity. Despite centuries of research, archaeologists still debate exactly how they were constructed. Some theories involve ramps, others suggest pulleys and levers, but I have my own theory. Ancient Egyptian coffee must have been incredibly strong. Number 9 takes us to the City of Light. The Eiffel Tower stands as Paris's iconic landmark, though ironically, many Parisians initially hated it, calling it an eyesore. Completed in 1889 for the World's Fair, this iron lattice tower was only meant to stand for 20 years. Good thing they changed their minds. Gustave Eiffel, the tower's designer, built a small apartment near the top where he would entertain guests. Talk about having the best view in town. Here's something most tourists don't know. The tower actually grows in summer. The metal expands in the heat, making the tower up to 6 inches taller on hot days. So technically, you're seeing more tower for your money if you visit in July. Standing at the base, looking up, you can't help but feel small. But there's also something incredibly inspiring about it. A reminder that sometimes the most controversial ideas become the most beloved. At number 8, we travel to Cambodia for Angkor Wat, the largest religious monument in the world. Originally built as a Hindu temple in the early 12th century, it later transformed into a Buddhist site. What strikes me most about Angkor Wat isn't just its size, it's the incredible detail. The outer walls contain nearly half a mile of intricate bas-reliefs depicting historical events and mythology. Imagine carving all that by hand. Walking through these ancient corridors at sunrise is an experience I'll never forget. The way the light filters through the stones creates this otherworldly atmosphere. If you visit, my insider tip is to avoid the main entrance at peak hours. Instead, enter through the East Gate. Fewer tourists, and equally stunning views. Plus, the monkeys hanging around there are much more photogenic. They definitely know their good angles. Number 7 brings us to Rio de Janeiro, and the open-armed Christ the Redeemer statue. Standing nearly 100 feet tall atop Corcovado Mountain, this Art Deco masterpiece watches over the city with what I can only describe as the ultimate power pose. Completed in 1931, it's actually one of the newest wonders on our list. The statue is made of reinforced concrete and covered with thousands of soapstone tiles. Fun fact, these tiles were actually written on by workers and maintenance staff over the years, meaning this monument contains countless hidden messages. The view from up here is absolutely breathtaking. Rio's beaches, mountains, and cityscape laid out before you. Though I should warn you, getting that perfect Instagram shot might require some patience. What I love most about this wonder is how it combines natural and man-made beauty. The statue itself is impressive, but its placement overlooking one of the world's most stunning cities is what makes it truly special. At number 6, we're heading to Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula to visit Chichen Itza. This ancient Mayan city is dominated by El Castillo, a step pyramid that's not just beautiful, it's also a massive calendar. Each of the 4 sides has 91 steps, which together with the platform at the top, add up to 365 for each day of the year. Talk about architectural planning. The Mayans were obsessed with astronomy and mathematics, and they built their monuments accordingly. One of the coolest features here is the acoustic engineering. If you stand at the base of the pyramid and clap, the echo returns as the sound of the Quetzal bird, a sacred animal to the Maya. I tried it myself and nearly jumped out of my skin when I heard it. Either the Maya were acoustic geniuses or they had the world's most elaborate practical joke. If you visit during the spring or fall equinox, you'll witness an incredible spectacle. As the sun sets, shadows create the appearance of a serpent slithering down the pyramid steps. No CGI needed, just perfect astronomical alignment and architectural precision. Number 5 takes us to Rome and the iconic Colosseum. This massive amphitheater could hold up to 80,000 spectators, comparable to many modern football stadiums. Completed around 80 AD, the Colosseum hosted gladiatorial contests, executions, animal hunts, and even mock naval battles. Yes, they could flood the entire arena with water. Talk about production value. What many visitors miss is the complex system beneath the arena floor, a labyrinth of tunnels, cages, and mechanical lifts that allowed for dramatic entrances. Imagine being a gladiator, waiting in these dark chambers, hearing the crowd above. It was the ancient Roman equivalent of waiting backstage before a rock concert, except with significantly higher stakes. Despite earthquakes, stone thieves, and nearly 2,000 years of weathering, the Colosseum still stands as a testament to Roman engineering. Though next time your contractor says they'll finish your kitchen renovation soon, remember the Colosseum took just 8 years to build. Coming in at number 4 is India's crown jewel, the Taj Mahal. This white marble mausoleum was built by Emperor Shah Jahan as a tomb for his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. The precision of the craftsmanship here is mind-boggling. The entire structure is perfectly symmetrical, and the marble is inlaid with thousands of semi-precious stones forming intricate floral patterns. I spent hours just examining a single wall panel. Each flower contains dozens of individually cut stones. One of the most magical aspects of the Taj is how it changes color throughout the day, pinkish in the morning, brilliant white at noon, and golden as the sun sets. It's like nature's Instagram filter. Legend says that Shah Jahan planned to build a mirror image of the Taj in black marble across the river as his own tomb. Unfortunately, he was overthrown before he could start construction. Talk about leaving us on a cliffhanger, Shah Jahan. At number 3, we discovered Jordan's rose-red city of Petra, quite literally carved into the sandstone cliffs. And I mean carved. These structures weren't built up from the ground but chiseled down from the mountain. The approach to Petra through the narrow Sikh Canyon builds anticipation like no other wonder. After walking nearly a mile through this winding gorge, the canyon suddenly opens to reveal the Treasury building, glowing in the sunlight. I guarantee you'll stop in your tracks. I certainly did. While most tourists only see the Treasury and then leave, Petra actually contains over 800 monuments spread across 60 square kilometers. I spent 3 full days exploring and still didn't see everything. My favorite hidden gem is the monastery. It requires climbing 800 steps, but the views are worth every sweaty minute. What many don't realize is that Petra wasn't just a collection of tombs. It was a thriving city with sophisticated water management systems. The Nabateans who built it engineered dams and channels that prevented flash floods while storing water for the dry season. Ancient engineers won, modern flash flood insurance, 0. Number 2 on our list is the breathtaking Incan citadel of Machu Picchu, perched high in the Andes Mountains of Peru. Built in the 15th century and later abandoned, it remained unknown to the outside world until 1911. What impresses me most about Machu Picchu isn't just its dramatic setting, but how perfectly it integrates with the natural environment. These agricultural terraces aren't just beautiful. They're ingenious farming solutions for mountainous terrain. If you visit, I highly recommend hiking the short trail to the Sun Gate for this incredible panoramic view. Just be prepared for the altitude. At nearly 8,000 feet above sea level, you'll definitely feel the climb. My first attempt had me panting like I'd just run a marathon, though in my defense I was carrying about 20 pounds of camera gear. The precision of Incan stonework is unmatched. Many of these walls are built without mortar, with stones cut so precisely you can't slide a credit card between them. And they've survived countless earthquakes. And finally, our number 1 man-made wonder, the Great Wall of China, stretching over 13,000 miles. That's half the circumference of the Earth. This isn't just a wall, it's an engineering marvel, visible even from low Earth orbit. Construction began over 2,300 years ago, and continued for centuries across multiple dynasties. What we see today is mainly from the Ming Dynasty period, but older sections still exist. The wall wasn't built as a single project, but grew organically as a defense system against northern invaders. While the restored sections near Beijing are spectacular, I found the unrestored parts even more moving. These crumbling watchtowers have stood sentinel for centuries, witnessing the rise and fall of empires. Standing here, you can almost hear the footsteps of ancient soldiers patrolling the ramparts. One thing photos don't convey is just how steep parts of the wall are. Some sections have steps at nearly 70-degree angles. My thighs were burning after just an hour of walking. What makes the Great Wall truly special is its adaptability. It winds along mountain ridges, crosses deserts and plains, incorporating the landscape into its design rather than fighting against it. It's a perfect metaphor for human ingenuity, working with what nature provides to create something extraordinary. As we've seen, these 10 wonders span 6 continents and nearly 5 millennia of human history. They represent our greatest achievements in architecture, engineering, and artistry. What strikes me after visiting all these places isn't just their physical grandeur, it's what they represent. Each was built by people who didn't have computers, power tools, or modern transportation, yet they created structures that have outlasted empires. These wonders remind us that human potential is limitless. Our ancestors left these magnificent structures as their legacy, their message to future generations saying, "We were here, we dreamed big, and we built bigger." I hope this journey through the world's greatest man-made wonders has inspired you to explore these incredible places yourself. Which wonder would you most like to visit? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to join me on future adventures. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss my next exploration. And if you've visited any of these wonders yourself, I'd love to hear about your experience. Share your stories in the comments. Your insider tips might help fellow travelers plan their own journey to these magnificent places. Until next time, keep wondering and